Alrighty, everyone. As we push further into August, football starts to invade the brain. And I'll tell you what, it came at a great time because I think I'm just going to stop watching the Pirates this year. The miserable sacks of shit are making me a miserable sack of shit. We have some college football stories that come across as onion headlines. Patriots trade rumors, Rogan's special sucked, and the USA is dominating the Olympics 2 weeks in. Number 114, and we're living the dream. Let's get it going.
Live from Central Pennsylvania with your host Ian DiCarlo, this is Hoagies and Pierogis.
The Ski Stash! The Ski Stash!
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Beezer's going to drink me, let's go!
All right, this baseball segment is just kind of sad today. Mike Trout out for yet another season. Does it suck more to be an Angels fan or a Pirates fan? The Pirates, more specifically Colin Holderman, are shitting the bed. So let's go over the past week, shall we? We have a freshly shaven stash for this one. Not to honor anything, but to mourn the Pirates' playoff chances after those series against Arizona and whatever the fuck that first game against the Padres was. So we left off with Skeens looking great against the Astros in a 5-3 win last Monday, and they even tacked on a 6-2 win on Tuesday, courtesy of another Michael A. Taylor home run. Then the Pirates blew a 4-0 lead on Wednesday to lose 5-4. This one is directly attributed to Cruz. 3 errors in a game will never have positive results on the outcome. Whatever, that's fine. That was a strong series against the hottest team in the AL. Just make sure to win the series at home against the Diamondbacks, right? That's all you can do. And what happened? They dropped the series opener 9-8. I swear that these series against the Diamondbacks are some of the most frustrating fucking series we play all year. Playing in Arizona sucks because the location boosts some balls out of there, not at a Coors pace, but at a pace no one seems to ever bother to mention. It has the 4th highest park factor this year and is consistently in the top 5. Park factor is basically how many runs are scored in a stadium compared to other stadiums. You'll hit more home runs in Colorado than Miami, so there has to be some type of adjustment for that when comparing players' true output. But guess what? They can't even use that excuse when they're in Pittsburgh. The D-backs did have a 5-0 lead after the first inning, but the Pirates clawed all the way back to go up 7-6 in the bottom of the 6th. Aroldis Chapman then came into the game and had one of his classic, I have no idea where the fuck the ball is going moments, and gave up a home run to tie the game at 7 apiece. And who gives up the go-ahead run in the 8th? Colin motherfucking Holderman. It's in your name. Hold the goddamn score. So that was extremely frustrating. Losing late. The Pirates did manage to have a solid 4-2 win on Saturday. Joey Bart has to be the pickup of the year so far and is now getting more time at DH to keep his bat in the lineup. I would much rather have that bat than fucking Grandal anytime. I was going to say something nice about Kyle Nicholas, but fuck him. The big kick in the ass was Sunday. The Pirates blew another 4-0 lead in the same week. Holderman blew this one again after just shitting the bed on Friday night. Up 4-2, Shelton decided to go with Holderman for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I would have just gone straight to Bednar since he only pitched Monday and Saturday, and then they had an off day on Monday. Holderman walks the first batter, gets the second batter to ground out, walks the third batter, and strikes out the fourth batter, who was a righty. That makes sense to leave him in there for that fourth guy. Jalen Beeks, the lefty that they acquired at the trade deadline, instead of going with Beeks, who was warmed up and ready, lefty-on-lefty matchup, Shelton sticks with Holderman, the righty who has been shitting the bed ever since his family saw him pitch that one fateful day. Jock then proceeded to blast a 3-run home run to the deepest part of the outfield, and that put them ahead 5-4.
And it's gone! Jock Peterson has done it again, and the Diamondbacks have stolen a lead. It's 5-4.
This is true fucking pain. This series really felt like it was the be-all, end-all for their season, and they shit the bed. They shit the fucking bed. One of the biggest needs outside of literally any bat was a reliever. They got one who was acquired for this specific situation. And guess who didn't use him? Shelton. He needs to start shouldering some of this blame. This can't be all put on Cherington and Nutting. He's been managing his ass off. You mean making the objectively correct decisions when he's supposed to make them? Piss off. And before the game even fucking started on Tuesday against the Padres, what was this lineup? Cruz was sitting after having an off day on Monday, and he's one of the hottest bats in the lineup. Fuck the errors. If that's the reason he's not playing shortstop, just DH him instead of starting IKF at shortstop. Make Kutch play in the fucking field. It's not going to kill him for one game. One fucking game. This is the problem with guys that don't have a defensive home like IKF. They just get thrown randomly into the lineup with zero thought. And since we already have a designated DH, a designated hitter in fucking McCutcheon apparently, you can't squeeze Cruz's bat into the lineup. Apparently he was sick, so I guess there's a legitimate reason, but still. First off, they should have never even played the game on Tuesday, and it should have been a doubleheader on Wednesday. What bullshit. They lost 6-0 after the game restarted at 9:55 because the outfield was flooded. Completely wasted Bailey Falter's start. That got rid of Dylan Cease too, but that didn't help him at all. The outfield being flooded was pretty funny. The Jackson Merrill was about to take a dive into it.
If they don't see it as being a danger, well then it's going to be the same for everybody.
It's so much water I can swim in it.
Yeah,
Jackson
there's a lot
Merrill.
of water, yeah.
That much.
There's no doubt about that.
But man, fuck this team. Fucking add instead of making moves that keep your team stagnant this offseason. Oh, we lost Carlos Santana, so we're going to sign Rowdy Tellez, who has been a lot better. But for the first 2 months, he sucked ass, and everyone was like, why didn't you re-sign Carlos Santana, a switch-hitting first baseman? It doesn't make any sense. Who is still mashing with the Twins? Honestly, that really felt like they were just booted out of the playoffs right then and there. I may be done following the Pirates as close as I was this year. And I have been following them extremely closely, probably the closest since like 2016 this year. And you know what? I'm surprised it took this long for me to fall off the wagon. I think I would rather be the team that loses 21 straight games than the team that is knocking on the wild card door at the trade deadline, does nothing to make the team better, and watches it slip away in the blink of an eye 1 week later. At least they're not the White Sox. I don't know. 21 straight losses. That really sucks. Going from one of the best teams in the league to one of the worst teams in MLB history. Miguel Vargas would be all of us if we were on that White Sox team.
This A's offense continuing to figure out different ways to build those.
So yeah, this is not boding well for them. Getting blown out by San Diego in that first game, 6-0. They got 2 more against them at home. Then they go to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers. And then they have another 3 in San Diego. This stretch is brutal. So, like I said, 2 more against San Diego, 3 more against Los Angeles, 3 more immediately against San Diego, 3 against Seattle, 3 against Texas. And then you got Cincinnati and Chicago to basically round out your August. Whoa, that is a brutal stretch of games. Oh, that 15-game stretch. Holy shit. Ugh, that's just annoying. That is really annoying. And you know what? This just proves that they're not a playoff team in the first place. I was going to say that the hair is getting a little long. I was going to keep it if they make the playoffs, but it looks like I'm going to be getting a haircut by the end of September. If they somehow win the World Series, I'll keep it until next year. I'll do it. We got it down in video. That's it for baseball. Why are we as a franchise so cursed? Fuck the Pirates. You know, we'll just be going over them next week anyway. All right. Some actual college football news here. No, not video game related. Our first news of the offseason, right before preseason starts, is my Sharona, Sharon Moore, allegedly violating NCAA rules by deleting a 52-message thread with Connor Steins last year. Luckily, I'm an expert-level hacker, and I was able to retrieve the deleted messages. Folks, prepare to have your minds blown. Hey, Stallion. I was putting together the game plan for this week and was wondering if you had any insight on our opponent. Putting together a package now. I'm waiting out a layover on our way to the next target, so I have the time. Anything specific you wanted to know? Got any signs for OSU? Always have to be prepared. Of course I do. Great. If you could get those sent over, that would be awesome. Make sure to send it to the burner email, though. More of that at yahoo.com. Oh, that one? No one will ever find it there. And if they do find that email, they'll exit out of it real quick when they see what we've been up to. Stallions! We do have a good thing going, don't we, my sweet stallion? You are my Sharona. Lol, you are so funny, babe. When is the next time you think we'll see each other? You're on the road all the time. Right when I get back from Iowa, I'm ravaging that. Stop! You're getting me all hot and bothered at work. I should be the one riding you, you little twink. You already know we can switch. All right, that's enough. Then I can hold you, give you little neck kisses, caress your inner thigh, shove my tongue down your throat, deep throat that big black me as hard as we will Penn State, paw me like a little Debbie, and when we're done you can do it all over again. You got me harder than a rock in my office. Sharon! I don't care anymore. I want you, Stallion. You know we have to keep this under wraps. You're right. I think I got a little carried away there. It's all right, baby, but we have to be more careful. Our love knows no bounds. Out of all the things I've stolen, your heart is the one I'm most proud of. Aw, that's so sweet of you. But seriously, I need signs. I'm going to end up crying on national TV if I don't get them. I know, I'm working on it. Good luck this week, baby. Did you get the signs I sent last week for Appalachian State? Yeah, but I haven't looked at them. We won't need them. Oh, and delete all of this. You got it. Good. Oh boy, no wonder they wanted those messages deleted. Holy fuck. What the hell was that? That was obviously fake, but this is real and sounds fake. Our other college football news this week is Pitbull buying the naming rights to FIU's football stadium. From Mr. 305 to Mr. Worldwide, back to Mr. 305.
Went from Mr. 305 to Mr. Worldwide, and now we're international.
Mr.
I don't play football, but I've touched down everywhere.
Now has a football stadium named after him. That's Mr. Professor Worldwide, Florida International to you. It will be known as Pitbull Stadium. How lazy can you get? I mean, come on. Not Dale Stadium, not Worldwide International Stadium. Come on. If you ever wanted to know the price it would take to get the stadium named after you, it's a cool $1.2 million a year for 5 years. Yeah, $6 million large wants to temporarily change the name. Wow. He came on SportsCenter and said he's going to make an FIU anthem.
And there's also going to be an anthem made for FIU Athletics by you. What can fans expect in that anthem?
Well, that's a good question. I was at the press conference. I was telling them what we need to do is let the kids tell us what they want. So I'm going to put out basically a poll so they have their slogans, what they say every day, what they got going on, and then we'll figure out how to put the record together. That is something that when they get out there, they're motivated, they're inspired, and they're ready to play ball and with a lion's heart, like a dog.
There's obviously international love, which is where those other two snippets came from, but come on. Meet me at our home field where you can get your ass beat and you can bring your mascot so he can get his ass beat. We at the Pitbull Football Live Stadium. We at the Pitbull Football Live Stadium. But we do have our actual first real on-the-field football action of the year. The Hall of Fame game between the Texans and the Bears. It got cut short after 3 quarters because of heavy rain. Oh, just play in the goddamn rain. I swear to God, every single year that game either gets pushed back or delayed or canceled because of terrible weather in Canton, Ohio. I really like the new kickoff rule. Is that bad to say? It was very funny to see everyone falling down after they went to move forward when the ball was kicked and they couldn't catch themselves. I'm sure that'll happen less and less as the season goes on. But it was creative, and I think the first 2 that got returned were returned to the 28. So, I mean, it's like having a touchback, and, maybe we'll see what happens here. The landing zone could possibly get moved up. Maybe that would incentivize players to return the ball more. But if they are just on average getting back to like the 30-yard line, is it worth it to get hurt to get that extra 5 yards? I don't know. It does make it way more entertaining just to see movement on a kickoff instead of everyone just looking straight forward. Returner waves his arm over his head because it's obviously out of the back of the end zone. So I do like that. And those Texans uniforms looked clean on the field. Oh my God, they looked good. I can't wait to see that all red. And that, you know what? That gives me hope for those H-Town ones that I said I didn't really like the font on. Yeah, I'm digging them. And like I said last week, Caleb Williams did not play in this game. So nothing really to look forward to too much. All right, and call me insane for being hopeful, but there is a huge rumor out right now that the 49ers have the framework for a trade of Ayuk with the Patriots and the Browns, with both willing to pay him. Patriots reportedly have the most money offered. So you really can't blame them for trying if they don't get him now. It's down to Ayuk to choose which team he wants to play for. Allegedly. The Steelers were also in the mix as of yesterday, Tuesday, August 6th. But you know what, to be honest, this rumor has about as much legs as Alex Smith does 6 years after breaking his. How did he come back and play if that's what his leg looks like now? What? All right, to be honest with you, I just left that in there as a transition to get the picture of Alex Smith's leg. On Tuesday night, and again confirmed on Wednesday, it was reported by Schefter that the Patriots have decided not to explore any further trade possibilities with the 49ers regarding Ayuk. The Patriots are excited about their young receivers and want to focus on them. Then why are they planning on giving playing time to Juju? That doesn't make any sense. And then later on Wednesday, he tweeted this.
New England had the parameters of a trade in place with San Francisco. That wasn't the issue, but they weren't getting a great vibe here as they tried to conduct communication with Brandon Ayuk and his agent. And the longer it went on, the worse they felt about it. And eventually they said, what are we doing here? Let's just focus in on the young receivers that we have. They feel like they're excited about them. And rather than go ahead and give up a huge amount of compensation to the 49ers after or before going ahead to give up what would be a big contract to Brandon Ayuk that he didn't seem overly receptive about getting, they said, we're just going to stand pat and stand down.
Oh, Carlos talks Pats. This tweet is horribly worded. You know what? I'm totally fine with it. This was turning out to be much like the Calvin Ridley situation, where the team with the most to give up was just driving the price up of the other teams where the receiver actually wanted to go. In this case, Ayuk is about to get a bag from the Steelers or Browns, and the 49ers were probably going to get at least a second-round pick. If the 49ers were pushing for the Patriots first, I could see why they backed out. That's almost a guaranteed top 5 pick, if not a top 10 pick next year. I would have given up the second rounder and Judon in a heartbeat because he also wants to be paid. So you got to give some to get some. Pirates. But yeah, got the fantasy football text this week, and my body is ready for some fucking action. I'm going to have to be paying attention to these preseason games to kind of key in on who's looking good. Being ahead on baseball means being a little bit behind on football this year. So I feel like I already had like a draft board at this point last season. I definitely had in mind which rookies I wanted to take, but this year it's kind of up in the air. All right, that's it for football for this week. We're going to get into it more. Preseason for college starts today. All right, this weekend, Rogan special on Saturday night was awful. Half of the jokes I've heard him do before. Like 3 years ago before. Almost word for word. The TSA joke, the Prince Harry joke, the R-word, N-word joke, and a couple others. Those were like big pieces of this special. And for him to just phone it in like this is wild to me. I get trying to like hone the jokes and make them perfect, but that's what the mothership is for him. If I see you do something in an arena on a big tour, I better not see any of that material in a special that wasn't recorded in that same tour. That's actually crazy. All of these jokes he did in Pittsburgh back in 2021, and that tour was even delayed over a year. So he's been doing these same jokes for nearly 5 years in arenas? Come on. The new stuff was all right, but when he said something that he thought was edgy, he would look around the room and be all like, "Oop, I said a naughty thing by today's societal standards. Give me those oohs and ahs. I'm fishing for them." It came off as extremely corny and extremely hacky for the most part. It was bad. And something that I thought was going to come off as corny and hacky was the new Deadpool. Deadpool Wolverine was much funnier and way, way more worth your time. I saw it last week, but with all the Olympic stuff, I figured I'd leave it until this week to really kind of get into it. I'm not even going to get into it that much. I will just say that it's the most Deadpool ever. I did like how it didn't really tie into all of the other movies so much. The only thing that you needed to know was season 1 of Loki. That's it. But speaking of the Olympics, the USA stands atop the leaderboard with the most golds and the most medals. Noah Lyles did the unthinkable and actually won the 100-meter dash after running his mouth for like a month. It has been absolutely memed to death with the cars finish, But Luis J. Gomez put a great spin on it. I was this many days old when I found out the cars and cars were black. And Noah Lyles got second in his heat in the 200-meter semifinal. Hopefully he can pull out some more magic and win gold in that one as well, because he was talking shit about that one too. I thought this is probably one of the best moments that I've seen at an Olympics. The Cuban Greco-Roman wrestler won his 5th gold medal at this Olympics. That's insane. And then he took his shoes off, placed them on the mat. What a moment for him. Holy shit. Ooh. The Browns just released some renderings for a domed stadium. Oh, okay. The glass roof isn't so practical, but I think this will turn out very well. It honestly looks a little bit like the renderings for the Viking Stadium, M&T Bank Stadium. So I do think that this can get done. It does not look unrealistic like the A's Las Vegas Stadium renderings. Damn, that's cool. $2.4 billion. Holy shit. All right, so tonight, this is coming out on Thursday, so tonight we got the Patriots' first preseason game. I'm going to be tuned in, watching Drake May. He should get a good amount of snaps in the second half, I would say. I don't see him playing the whole second half. Maybe give him... Actually, no, he would probably play after at some point in the first quarter, and then probably play until halftime, and then it's Joe Milton and Bailey Zappi show after that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game immensely. Xavier Lee won't be playing in that game though, man. That's disappointing. It's something with his meniscus, I think. All right, but yeah, next week we are finally going to have an episode from home base rather than hotel room, and I'm looking forward to that. It's been since episode number 97 that we've been in fucking hotels. We've been in hotels for 17 fucking episodes. Holy shit. That's insane to me. I'm pretty sure that's the longest streak ever. I don't know because before starting to record that, before episode 100, I never really recorded in the room. Holy shit. So yeah, back to normal. Back to our bright light in front of us. Back to the Patriots, Pirates, Penguins, metal signs behind us. Oh, man. It's going to be so nice. Oh. Alrighty, everybody. Make sure to leave a like and comment on each video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hoagies and Pierogis is available on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for a clip throughout the week. And we'll leave you with this. Munch.
And say no to drugs, they too good. Y'all gonna like it and go crazy. This right here, this shit teach y'all discipline and all that good shit. You feel me? Like, you gotta go to school to play football. Gotta have your education, oh man. This is where you learn team and brotherhood and all that. You know what team means together, everyone achieve all that good shit, you feel me? So we lit. Ain't no one of y'all own matter for how raw y'all live. Ain't no one bigger than the team.
Oh yeah.
So y'all Brick City, ain't none of y'all been in Brick City.